Welcome back, boys and girls. And I have a battle here that was on stream in RU tier against Loom, a guy I've actually battled before, but he was under the name omegalatios at the time. I think he decided he liked Loom better, but yeah. So this is like I said, the RU tier. He's actually kind of like an expert in the RU tier. So it's I really like the RU tier. I usually do pretty well in it. So this is a pretty good match, I think, to see how good I can actually be. So. Put together a pretty good RU team, I believe, and looking at his team, yeah, he's a pretty potent one as well. So, I'm going to go ahead and lead with my Raikou as he leads with the Noivern, and this is fine. Just going to go for a Volt Switch. One thing I did notice about his team is he doesn't actually carry a Pokemon with that Electric Immunity, so I can pretty much Volt Switch with impunity, basically. So I'll just do that, and he goes into Florges, which is actually a problem for the team I built. I don't really have a whole lot of ways. Florges is one of those Pokemon that always kind of just surprises me how well it takes hits. Obviously, it's a tremendous special wall, but it also hits harder every time than I think, because it actually has really good special attack, even like uninvested, it can hit really hard. But I just kind of know it's going to be a problem for me. I need to hit it with a strong physical move, so I go for my Choice Scarf Emboar. I go for the Head Smash, and it ends up nailing that Noivern on the switch, so that's pretty nice. He was predicting the Fire move, obviously, but no, I'm just going to be able to take that out, although I do take quite a bit of damage as recoil, but that's just the price you have to pay. So anyway, in comes the Metagross. He probably assumes I'm locked in a Head Smash, and he's just going to go ahead and set up Stealth Rocks. I kind of figured this would happen, so I just go into my Donphan, who I know I can just Rapid Spin them away. So far, playing alright. He's going to go into his Golisopod, and this is a really interesting Pokemon, obviously. It's really strong. It has that negative ability, but if you play around it, it can be really good. But yeah, I am going to go ahead and switch out, because I do not want to take like a Liquidation or something, which he does go for. And yeah, I just go into my Blastoise, who takes that pretty well, thanks to the resistance. And I am going to go ahead and Mega Evolve now. He's going to go back into Florges, which is a good play, because, like I said, Florges is just a monster when it comes to taking special hits. It has just a monstrosity high. Is that even a word? I'm pretty sure I messed that word up. But that's okay. It has a huge special defense stat. And, yeah, as you can see, that was a resisted Dark Pulse. I actually decided just to stay in here and go for a Hydro Pump. I kind of want to see how much it does. As you can see, he was actually outspeed by Mega Blastoise. It's actually surprisingly fast, too. So I just go for the Hydro Pump, and it does less than half. And that's from a Mega Blastoise, so it's saying quite a lot. I'm going to go to my X-Cloud. My X-Cloud can also hit specially, obviously, but Boom Burst with the Choice Specs can hit super hard as well. Plus, this is probably the most expendable Pokemon I brought. This X-Cloud, and yeah, I decided just to switch out because I don't feel like taking Moonblast. I don't know what I was thinking here. It was actually probably a bad play. I think I was predicting his switch or something. But no, he just goes for Moonblast, and then Donphan, yeah, comes in and takes half damage. I don't know why I made that switch. I don't remember why I made that switch. I should have probably just Boom Burst to get damage on this thing. And now I'm just gonna, like, well, I don't want to lose Donphan. This was an even worse play, going out into Raikou here. Now, I do have the, Assault Vest on my Raikou, so I know I can take this okay. But, honestly, you're going to watch. I'm just going to Volt Switch, and I basically need to sack something to get into my Emboar. So, I end up sacking the Donphan anyway, so I just took some pretty unnecessary damage there in the Raikou. Yeah, so yeah, this Florges is just a massive problem. But now I can get the safe switch back into my Emboar, which is, like, the one Pokemon I have that can realistically do a lot of damage to this thing. I do go for the Head Smash again instead of the Flare Blitz or anything like that. I think it was because I kind of thought he might switch into his own Blastoise or something. But no, he ends up staying in. It actually not even kills it. And this is like an Emboar with its ability Reckless, so pretty impressive that it lived, but it does bring it within a sliver of health. I can now go into Raikou, pretty much anything that outspeeds this thing just to finish it off. And yeah, I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt to take care of it, and down it goes. So that was a big pain. It actually did a lot of damage to my team. I pretty much let Donphan die for pretty much nothing, and take extra damage on my Raikou to boot, so not happy how I played that Florges, but we're still in the game, obviously, after a good start. But yeah, so Metagross is going to come in, and I'm just going to go ahead and Volt Switch. I kind of expect this Earthquake to be coming. Go to my Mega Blastoise, takes that okay. I mean, Earthquake is a pretty powerful move, although it's not Stab, so yeah, in comes his own Mega Blastoise. I just go for a Dark Pulse. It should do some decent damage, especially before he Mega Evolves. In fact, it does about half, and I don't want to worry about a Speed tie. I don't believe I have much speed investment on my Mega Blastoise, so I just go into X-Cloud, pretty much kind of as fodder. X-Cloud is outsped by his entire team, and while I can hit like a truck, it's really, like I said, it's going to get outsped a lot. I might be able to get one hit off with it, but I was kind of hoping that maybe I'd take that better. But actually doesn't matter. He can just kill me with the Aura Sphere because he carries that. I actually don't on my Mega Blasty. I prefer either Ice Beam or Dragon Pulse in that last slot, but it's all good. Anyway, Raikou's gonna come in, and yeah, obviously he doesn't want. Well, he actually is gonna let his Mega Blasty go down. Like I said, he doesn't have any electric immunities, so I can pretty much go for those electric moves for free. And in comes Metagross again, and I'm like, I really have no idea if I can KO here with I don't think do I carry the Shadow Ball on this one? I believe I do actually. But no, I might not. I think I have Extra Sentry. No, I don't. I have Extra Sentry on that one instead. So unfortunately, I don't have the Shadow Ball to hit that super effectively, and I just wasn't sure I could do it with a Thunderbolt. So I just go into my Mega Blastoise. He does have Bullet Punch, and I was hoping that after the Resistance I'd be able to live, but no, I don't. So that's sad. I could have taken this thing out, but now I have to go into Raikou again and take even more damage on Raikou from the Bullet Punch. Obviously, now I can kill with the Thunderbolt, but he still has. He actually does withdraw. He goes into his Salazzle, which actually, in the back of my mind, I knew was going to be trouble because it can outspeed Raikou. But I do go for the Thunderbolt on that. He takes down Red, and I do decide to switch. I go into my Lycanroc, and this is actually kind of a novelty Lycanroc set. It's a Z Happy Hour set, and I was kind of hoping that I could take a Poison move here, or a Fire move. I resist both. I was hoping that I could take two, because I don't actually have a Cell Rock on this either. But here comes the Acid Downpour. This is a Z move, obviously, so it's being boosted in power. It takes me down to 43 HP, and yeah, because it's of the Z move, I don't think I can live another one. He does go for the Sludge Wave, and yeah, that sucks because I know that he still has two priority users that, unfortunately, even though my Raikou probably can live a Sludge Wave and KO with Thunderbolt, it's not going to be able to live both Bullet Punch and, what's it, First Impression from the Golisopod. But, oh well, still played alright. I believe it's a good battle. I do regret how I played the middle of that fight. I don't know why I went into X-Bot in the first place. If I was just, wanted to sack off Donphan, I should have just sacked off Donphan at the time and would have saved me some HP on the Raikou, which definitely would have helped at this point in the game. But it is what it is. So good game there, Loom. We're going to have a rematch at some point. And today's question of the day is, once again, going back to Sword and Shield. Now, obviously, we've been, picking up what's going to be on the cutting room floor. And, obviously, while we still don't know exactly what's in the Galar Pokedex, I believe it was confirmed that both Z-moves and Mega Evolutions are not going to be in the Galar region. And I'm kind of actually mixed about this. I'm probably more sad about Mega Evolutions than I am Z-moves. Although Z-moves have grown on me. Some of them just seem kind of just random and unstable. Plus, when you're adding Dynamaxing, I can understand because they seem like they're similar concepts. But I'm actually pretty surprised getting rid of Megas, and that's a lot of unique Pokemon if you think about it, because a lot of Megas provide interesting options that their non-Mega form just can't. Due to ability and strength, and yeah, so I'm kind of sad about the Megas, and this is from somebody who hated the concept of Mega Evolutions in Gen 6, but I think the metagame could be interesting without them as well. Obviously, it'll be a more limited metagame, so leave a comment about how you feel about the Megas and Z moves going away, and I will see you guys again next time. Later.